Hi everyone, I'm here today with your daily inspiration. I have a question for each of you today, and you can comment in the comment section. Um, what are you doing for self-care? So what are you doing for you? The reason I ask this, I'm passionate about people working on their emotional, spiritual, and physical health and bringing them into balance. So having a self-care routine is really important for us. And some of the things I teach about self-care are about practicing gratitude. Gratitude is one of the things that really helps to shift our mindset, to look at things to be grateful for every day. The second thing I teach people is affirmations. So creating positive affirmations about ourselves. And when we use those affirmations, hi Tiffany, how are you? When we use those affirmations in our daily lives, we can access these affirmations into our subconscious mind, and it really helps us to grow and to really shift our mindset. The other one is taking time to quiet. I like to call it quieting our left brain. When we quiet our left brain, we can do that through meditation. There's a lot of great guided meditations out there. One of the things I've been thinking about is I actually scheduled my next Mindset Method program to start in about a month from now. But I'm actually thinking about creating a group and running it for free for people, so that everyone can have something to look forward to or work on with self-care every day. There's simple things we can do with our family, with our children. Hi Karen, and thank you. Yes, self-care is much deeper than wine and bubble baths. So if anyone's interested, I'm more than willing to create this group. I go in there and I do lives and I post information. I've created my own guided meditations that are simple and short for people to follow, so that I can help others. So if you're interested, please comment on here, shoot me a message, and I'll go ahead and create that. I have all the content. I just need to create a group and add it all in, and I'm here to help. So let me know what your self-care routine is. And they're showing me in my practice with self-care is it takes 21 days for a new habit to become part of your daily routine. So normally when I run my program, I run it for 21 days. But given the circumstances, thank you, Karen, I'll add you to the group. Hi, Carmen. So what I'll do is I'll create this group and add people in. I'm going to run it longer for 21 days. So as long as we are going through all of this isolation and social distancing, I will continue to run the group. I'm more than happy to do that. I'm going to get to today's cards, but I also wanted to mention about how important social distancing and isolation is right now for people. So last week I was posting on Facebook that my son is an apprentice mechanic. He works at a garage where they do some mechanical work, but mostly oil changes. And he came home not feeling well on Thursday. Well, we found out that one of the customers that came in, he just returned from Portugal from a big wedding, and he decided it was his priority to come in and get an oil change. He was instructed to stay in his vehicle, because that's what they're doing right now, to keep their employees safe. But he got out and he was coughing and everything in the office. So now there's 2 employees that are homesick. So it's kind of made me take a look at things, because my son's doing well today. So it's been 5 days since he's been home. But I'm now isolating myself because I've been out helping people, delivering groceries or whatever it is they need. And now they've taken me out of being able to volunteer in the community and help. So really think before you are going out and doing things that the ripple effect you can have on others. So now there's a handful of people out there that aren't getting the help that I was giving them because this one person decided that an oil change was their priority that day instead of staying in isolation for a couple of weeks. So that was just my rant for today. So I'm now social isolating myself, and we're all staying home. I have been for a few days because I want to keep others safe. I have people that I know that are very high risk, and them getting a virus would put them in the hospital, could cause them their life. Whereas for me, if we get the virus here, we're going to be okay in a few days, but and we'll get through it. So it's about taking that time and making our priorities ones that support the community, seeing how things have a ripple effect, which is one of the reasons I'm here doing these videos every day. When I can promote kindness to others and promote self-care, it's having a ripple effect with everyone I meet and everyone they meet. And we're in this together, so why not make the most of it? So I'm going to move on to today's cards, and it's there seems to be a theme with today's. There's two pieces. So the first piece is self-care. The other piece seems to be put out there about things we can do for others. So the first cards, I'm going to go into some self-care stuff. So the first one is making sure you're getting rest. I know I find we've adjusted our schedule a little bit. Normally we get up really early in the morning because of work routines. So we've shifted that now. So I'm staying up later, getting up later. I also find I'm spending a lot of time watching TV at night. So then I might not be sleeping as much as I need to. So making sure we get proper rest, especially those of you, if you're home with your children. Children can be really exhausting. Their energy is crazy sometimes, and when they're feeling cooped up and they can't get out and do the things that they normally do, it's very tiring. So if you have friends that are parents or single parents at home with children, check in on them. Just say hi, how are you doing? Making sure that they know they have support. It's hard when we can't just go. I would love to just go and pick up my grandkids and bring them here for a few days, but we're going to wait a couple of weeks to give my daughter a break. I'm sure that they occupy themselves, but I'm sure that they, being around someone 24/7 all the time and not having that break can be very stressful for some people. So just being able to have that adult contact and know that they have people that they can reach out to, just to talk to, just to vent. Gain a little bit of their sanity back. The next card is the opposite of getting rest, and it's about finding time to play. So what are you doing to bring fun, happiness, and excitement into your life right now? So last night, I was putting some laundry away, and we have our games closet, which we haven't opened games in years. So I brought the Yahtzee upstairs. So today we're going to take some time and play some Yahtzee. If my son's feeling up to it, he's been sleeping quite a bit. And just connect as a family. The next card that comes up is wisdom. So with the wisdom card, what I'm really being guided to talk about is being able to make choices that are good for us, choices that are good for our community. So when we talk about self-isolating and self-care, we all have an opportunity right now to look at things in our life that if we're not happy with, what can we do to be happy with those? Time to think, time to connect with ourselves and look at our lives and where we were a couple of weeks ago to where we are now. What is it we can be doing differently? It's an opportunity to connect and to learn and to grow and figure out who it is that we are and what we value in our lives. Because I think for a lot of people, we're going to really start to question what our values are. A lot of us, and I know I was one of these parents that my priority was always work, supporting my family. So that took precedence over everything else. And I started to notice that I was in a cycle of struggle because I was like this little hamster on a wheel. And not making a change in that cycle, everything was revolved around work. Now I look at things and really look at the family and how they were, at that time in my mind, they were my priority, but the way I was going about it was not in line with my values. So now we're going to get into the other things we can be doing for others. So the first thing is happiness. So finding happiness. Happiness is your greatest gift to others. So if we can share that positivity that we have, if we can inspire others to live the life that they want, to find the joy in their lives, even if it's just reaching out and paying someone a compliment. One of the things that has been really showing up for me this week is I look at all of the people in essential services and the things we're doing. We need to be really appreciative of them sacrificing themselves to make sure that others are getting the care that they need. And that's really where these next few cards are going to reflect too. Communication is another one. So communication, right now, there's multiple ways we can look at that. Thank you, Karen. With communication, we can talk about reaching out. So in our social media, the things we're putting out there, making sure that they are true, that they are kind, they're compassion, they're caring, so that they can uplift and inspire others. We don't know what's going on with everyone around us, but keeping that communication open and using it to be able to inspire others is so important. We can also look at communication in terms of reaching out to people. So if you have friends, and I have a few that I check in with on a regular basis, I just shoot them a message. Hey, thinking about you, just wanted to say hello and see how you're doing. And then that opens up that conversation. So maybe they do need somebody to talk to. I find people, and I'm going to repeat myself a lot in what I say in my videos because to me it's really important. But if somebody is struggling with anxiety, they put themselves into a pattern of overthinking and they're anxious. So they often won't reach out when they need help. It's hard. There's certain things that will trigger my anxiety, and the last thing I do is go on Messenger, is make a phone call, is send a text message. People reaching out is so important because it's easier to respond when you know somebody's checking in on you than to just reach out and say, I need some help or I need someone to talk to. As we're communicating as well, these next two cards, I actually was shuffling my angel cards and two fell out, and they both go hand in hand. So the first one is about emotional sensitivity. So we all are energy, and we all have vibes that we put out. And these energy vibrations are felt by everyone. We also feel the energy vibration of others. So in reaching out to people, the other card that came with that is Earth Angel. So Earth Angels are about light workers, is the term they use in the card. I also like to think of it as empaths. So empaths are people who are very sensitive, they're very compassionate, they have really high moral values in working with society. So they want to help others. So you will see these people in positions like police officers, paramedics, nurses, doctors, teachers. These people are very passionate about what they do in helping others. You'll also see they extend themselves beyond what they're capable of to reach out and help others because of that passion. So these people feel things very deeply. So imagine our hospitals right now. Imagine our EMS workers. Imagine our grocery store workers, our PSWs and nurses that are working out in the community. All of these people together, they're feeling the anxiety of everyone they're working with, that they're trying to help. And a lot of them will feel that and take that on as their own energy, and it's very, very tiring. So we need to make sure that we show them that we appreciate them, that we really care about what they're doing. And I have a lot of friends that work in essential services, so they're out working right now, or their loved ones are. So knowing that we are here to support them, that we really appreciate what they're doing. So it's about sending that compassion, that kindness, that love to them. And there's many ways we can do that. I like the idea of social media because so many people, it's instant. But also displaying things outside of your home, in your windows. Showing them that we care and that we're here to support them and that we're grateful for everything that they do. The last card I've saved for everyone, this is a message that says, as I learn to love myself, I become more powerful. And what powerful means in this, it's all about learning to love who we are, regardless of where we are in our lives. And that power of love is actually what brings us peace. So peace starts within us, and then we share that with others. I'm going to read the card too, because the message is very beautiful. I do not need to wait until I become perfect before I love myself. Loving myself is the quickest way to create a wonderful life. So when we are working on self-care, what we are really doing is looking at who we are and learning to love ourselves and accept ourselves for who we are. And that's where growth happens. That's where the shift happens. And when we do that, we learn to live in peace with ourselves. And it changes our world. It changes how we view things. It changes our perception. And it also changes what we'll tolerate in life, which brings peace for us. And then that ripple effect helps everyone in our community. It helps everyone in our world. So it all starts with us. So again, if you're watching the replay, let me know what you're doing for self-care. Also, let me know if you're interested in my Mindset Method program. I'm going to offer it for free to everyone. It'll be through a Facebook group, and I will continue running it daily until we get through this. So that's your daily inspiration for today, and have an inspiring day. Thank you.